For today's video, I wanted to try something again with king oyster mushrooms. The scallops that we made turned out really good. I made a video on that if you haven't seen it. And they turned out so good that I wanted to try another recipe. Well, I found this recipe for mushroom nigiri. Mushroom nigiri. I'll leave the link below to where I found it. And I decided I would try it. So here's how it went. You start with your king oyster mushroom and you cut off the top, the cap, and then you cut it into long slices like this. Next, you cut the mushroom so you are basically giving it scales so that it looks like a fish. This was actually really cool and a lot easier than I initially thought. There you can kind of see the texture of it. And you do that on both sides. And do that to all of your pieces of mushroom. Then you put a little bit of oil in a pan over medium heat and you cook them on both sides for 3 minutes. When you flip it over, you can see that this really does look like a piece of fish cooking in the pan. I was so excited with how this was looking. In the meantime, I had some sushi rice that I was cooking on the side. And when the fish are done, I brush them with this seasoning. It's concentrated, so I diluted it. That's what's over there with the brush. Here I was just letting them get a little bit more color in the pan. Then I took them out and I brushed them with the seasoning, and then I formed some rice and put the fish on top. I thought they looked really nice. The red color you see there is some sriracha that I put on the rice. But, disclaimer, I didn't love them. I didn't love how the texture turned out, so luckily we also had made some homemade gyoza. Here's a little clip. Sorry about the angle, it's not the prettiest, but the gyoza saved the day. All right, so we might have had our first fail. Okay, no, it wasn't terrible. It definitely didn't taste bad. The taste was good, but the texture was a little weird. Now, that could have just been me. That could have just been me not cooking it enough. I really thought it was cool how it did look like a piece of fish, and the taste was good. I should have put more soy sauce on it. I diluted the sauce a little too much, but when I went to take a bite of my first one, it had a really good texture and I liked it. But then I got to the second one and there were some chewy bits, and that mushroom kind of wants to string apart. So it didn't give me the effect that I was wanting when I'm eating a piece of nigiri. I don't know if I'll be doing that again, unless any of you know, did I do something wrong? Should I have cut it smaller? Should I have cooked it longer? I mean, it was a fun experiment, and all in all, the flavor was good. I'm glad I tried it, but I just don't think I'll be doing that again. Thanks for coming along on the journey with me. I'll talk to y'all later.